I'd like to present to you the host for this extraordinary afternoon, Bowie State's own Dr. Otis Thomas.
Whoa. We have a giant star, and I'd like to share with you a little bit about his background. Recording artist, Musiq Soulchild was born in Philadelphia. He is one of 9 children and began preparing for a life in music in his teens. In 2000, he released his debut album, I Just Wanna Sing, selling more than 1 million copies. Since then, he has released the acclaimed studio albums, Just Listen, Soul Star, Love and Music. In 2008, he released his 5th album, On My Radio, featuring the hit single, If You Leave, with Grammy Award-winning singer Mary J. Blige. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for Grammy-nominated recording artist, Musiq Soulchild. Welcome to Bowie State University.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, we had a delightful conversation backstage. And
Extensive conversation backstage.
About the many performers that you have been involved with. But how did you get started in the music industry? A very complicated business today. Very competitive.
Yeah, it's very challenging, very aggressive. I started singing pretty much as long as I could speak. Around about 17 is when I started pursuing, I guess, a career in music. I didn't necessarily want to sign to a label, so to speak. I just knew that I wanted to have a life in music. But it wasn't until I turned, I guess, 20 when I started meeting people who actually could help me as far as introducing me to studios and producers and writers. And I started working at this studio in Philadelphia called A Touch of Jazz Studios. It was ran by Jazzy Jeff, from Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. And I met this producer down there and a writing partner, and we just started writing a whole lot of songs, and I started just demoing a whole lot of songs just to see what I could do, because that was the first time I ever really performed in the studio. And then around about 99, 2000, early 2000, my managers at the time, they shopped me a deal at Def Jam. Kevin Liles heard it, flipped out, heard Just Friends, put it on another Professor 2 soundtrack, and then the rest is history. I love to teach what I know, because I know what it's like to not know things, and I hate not knowing things, you know, especially when I feel like I'm supposed to know it. So I go and I learn it, and then if I'm talking to somebody and we're on that subject or we're on that topic, I say, yo, guess what I just learned? Blah, 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 woo, 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 whatever the case may be. Some people be like, oh, music, why you always getting deep? It's not about getting deep. It's about sharing the information that I have. So maybe you might use it in your life. You know, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Education and kids going to school, I think that's possibly one of the greatest combinations of all time, because you guys need so much information that that's gonna help you out in life. And how else are you supposed to get it? You know, and now you have these facilities that are designated to teach you everything that you need to know. So it's the best combination that I could think of right now. Are you in school?
Yeah.
You better stay in school too. Definitely, I think it's a wonderful thing. You know, because there's many different perspectives. Like, let's just say, you know, being in a relationship with somebody. It's not always black and white. It's a big gray area, yo, that nobody talks about. So that's why I like to write songs about things like that. Like Teach Me. Teach Me is a topic that nobody really talks about, you know. Dudes are always in relationships messing up, but they don't know how to ask their girl for help sometimes. Because even if that's your homie, then she can help you out. You just got to be able to say, all right, yo, I know I'm messing up and it's pissing you off and I don't like seeing you like that, so let's talk about it, you know what I'm saying? However, at the same time, women, it helps that y'all kind of like fall back sometimes and listen to what we have to say, because sometimes y'all don't know how to listen and we telling you everything, but because it's not how you want to hear it, you don't accept it to be that's what it is. You're my
baby, my lover, my lady. All night you make me want you, it drives me crazy. I feel like you were made just for me, babe. Tell me if you feel the same way, 'cause it just feels so right. I don't wanna waste no time. If I had to choose, I know I'm gonna always choose to be with you. 'Cause girl, don't you know? Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? I wanna give all my love to you, girl. Not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side. Girl, don't you know you're so beautiful? I wanna give all my love to you, girl. Not just tonight, but the rest of your life. I wanna be always here by your side. But I think that is very, very necessary for the arts to be heavy, you know, in the school curriculums and in the development years of education is so important. Not just because people won't want to grow up and be singers and rappers and dancers or whatever. There's that too, you know, so you can make a living off of it. You can make a realistic living off of it. I don't understand what it's going to take for people to see that pursuing to be a singer and pursuing to be a dancer and pursuing to be an actor is not a pipe dream. It's a real thing. People live off of it every day. I'm living proof. It works, you know? It's just a matter of me taking advantage of the opportunities that are around me to push myself to be in the position that I would like to be so that I can do the things that I would like to do so that hopefully you guys would get way more good music from me, because I got a whole lot more. I ain't even get started yet, you know. But for me to not feel personally like I gotten started yet, I've accomplished a whole lot, you know. So I'm tremendously grateful to that, you know. I'm grateful to God for that, you know. So, you know, the future is very hopeful, you know. As long as I got you guys supporting me, you know, I'm gonna always continue to give y'all good music. Thank you.
Bowie State, let's show some love. Musiq, Soulchild. Thank you.
Tell me about your role as ambassador for Share the Dream Scholarship.
I'm simply lending my celebrity and influence to encourage young people to get involved with the Share the Dream essay contest. For more information, you can log on to the website. I believe it's sharethedream.com or Coca-Cola-sharethedream.com. Yeah.
What advice would you give students trying to pursue a career in the entertainment industry?
I'm laughing because I get that question a lot, and there's no real specific answer that I can give that hasn't been said before. Definitely educate yourself, be true to yourself, and keep God first. That's the best advice that I can give anybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.